tumtukuze Bwana pamoja. Kwa hivyo Elijah na kikundi hiki, chukua dakika kidogo tu pamoja, tupate pia wasanii na wasanii wetu pia wapate kutuimbia hapa.
Ananipenda Mwokozi, yeye ni mwema. Ananipenda Mwokozi, yeye ni mwema.
Thank you very much. I'm Othniel Mwabili, the senior pastor of City Revival Temple. We meet right behind Technical University and next to the Railway Museum. We thank God so much for the opportunity to be a blessing to the street families, because we know there are those who are disadvantaged in society. And as the church, we believe the message of the gospel is both to preach the gospel to the poor and to meet their physical and spiritual need. And so we have been partners together with Bishop Kirima in this specific endeavor, and we believe that God is doing a new thing at this particular time in the lives of those who live in the streets.
Today we're here with the street families from all over the country, all over Nairobi, to give them Father's love. We give them a meal, and we give them a haircut, and we give them wash and blow dry, the ladies. We've got doctors who are tending to them. Many are unwell. They've not had the resources to see a doctor. So we've got free medical consultation and free medicine. We have a dentist who's doing extractions and tending to teeth and dental issues. We've got an ophthalmologist who's dealing with eye issues. And we have an ENT specialist who's dealing with ear, nose and throat issues. We have a psychologist who can speak to the street families. We have many specializations, and we have free medicine for all the families who need medication. Yes.
Shangilia kidogo.
Basi Mungu awabariki nyote. Ni mipango ya Bwana ambaye amepanga tu hapa na nyinyi siku ya leo, na kuanza siku ya leo mtaona utofauti ya mjaona katika maishani yenu. Maandiko yanasema katika Yohana 3:16, kwa jinsi hii Mungu aliupenda ulimwengu hata akamtoa mwanawe pekee, ili yule amwaminie asipotee, bali awe na uzima wa milele.
The reason why I've come here, we are working hand in hand with the Fathers Bridge Association to treat the less fortunate. And so our aim is to support as a pharmaceutical company to support the Fathers Bridge to reach out. And right now we are here in MOI Primary School in order to treat the street children. They have come all the way from Kigomba, Mudurwa, and Mlango Kubwa. And it's a big team that I have seen that it is good to help them. Yes.
Tunafurahia, tunasikia mzuri wakati wanatusaidia.
Like in this case, for today's occasion, basically what we were looking at, as per the objectives of Fathers Bridge, today we wanted to reach out to the needy, to the street families, and offer to them that comfort and that care. So basically what we were looking at, we came up with an organization whereby we want to engage them via relating with them and also providing food for them. As we provide food, we also wanted to get into contact with them. We relate with them so that we can be able to experience and get to know the type of challenges which they experience in the street.
Government needs to step in and do specific things. But again, government is amorphous in its essence, because you're talking about a large organization. You can never really pinpoint or pin down and say this is the government, you know. And so government has several programs, partnering with different, sometimes NGOs, sometimes the World Bank, sometimes different programs, and sometimes government is also limited because they may not be able to reach out to everyone. My own personal conviction is that every one of us has capacity to do something as they are able to. Where God opens opportunities for us to partner, it is important. But as church organizations or as churches, I personally feel it is important for us to do what we can do without necessarily saying government is going to take it. Because when we wait for the government to do it, there will be so many shortfalls. There will be many things that will be left undone. And this is a need that needs to be addressed. And so I would say, yes, government has done what they can do, but it is not enough because there are many constraints that they may be having. So as church, we want to just make sure we do as much as possible and believe that God is going to help us. Yes.
My name is Wambui Mbesa. I'm the CEO of a company, multinational. It's called Introsoft International. I just came to encourage these young street kids to tell them, you know, it doesn't matter where you start. The future is bright. Where you're going with God's help is what is important. And you have to want to get there for you to actually get there.
The other pharmaceutical companies, them that are not coming out and showing up, it is of great importance for you to come, and we partner together to help the community such that we can have a future tomorrow, a nation tomorrow.
The wonderful thing was to see so many give their lives to the Lord, and because we are doing something of eternal value. The word says in Matthew 25, 35 to 46, Jesus asks, I was hungry and you didn't feed me. I was naked and you didn't clothe me. I was in prison and you didn't visit me. And then they ask, when were you naked and we didn't clothe you? Or hungry and we didn't feed you? Or in prison and we didn't come to visit you? And it's clearly written, as such as you've done to one of these, you've done to me. So in looking after these beautiful children and in loving them, we're loving Jesus. Because if Jesus was here, this is where he'd be. He's here right now, and this is where he wants to be. And so it's such an opportunity, such a pleasure, such a privilege to be able to love these children like our own, because that's all they are. They're children. They're all children of God.